Alright fellas, so as you can see what I'm talking about, the whoopee sling goes around and it's on the knot itself, not the toggle. So what it's going to do is it's going to keep the toggle from bending and breaking depending on what you use. Originally I had bamboo in here, so you can use pretty much anything as long as it's sturdy enough. So you can use a hardwood sapling or a stick or something, put it through there, tie the knot, put it around, and the knot is actually what's holding this on here. Let's move you a little bit more and we'll show you how the whoopee sling tightens up here. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this. Get this to focus a little bit better here. There we go. Alright, so all you're going to do to loosen it, or to tighten it, is take the standing end, grab the part on the outside of the berry, you're going to push on that and pull on the center portion. And it'll tighten up, and then just to get it to go back to where it's taut and it's not going to slip on you, just slide the berry down. And it's the exact opposite for loosening it up. So let's move this a little bit so I can show you that. So you take the part that's buried, the inside portion, you're going to hold onto that, grab the other one, push on the outside and pull. And it's just going to loosen it up. So tighten it and pull it. So what you want to do, we'll back this up just a little bit more again. Sorry for all the bumpy ride here. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make sure that it's going to be underneath the tarp. We're going to see if I can get this back a little bit further so you guys can see both of them at the same time. Alright, so see how the tarp is there? You want the edge of your hammock to be underneath the end of this tarp, otherwise it's going to get rained on. So that's how we're going to work on adjusting this, the tightness. I think we got plenty of room on the other side that I can actually loosen this up a little bit and we'll be okay. So I'm going to back you up to the original position and you'll be able to see me doing this from a further distance. Again, like I said earlier, you don't want to lay down flat in this as far as like straight with the hammock. You want to lay at an angle, and what that allows you to do, see if I can get this where you can actually see me so when I'm talking. What that allows you to do is lay more like you're laying flat in a bed, and it keeps the stress off your back in certain spots and allows you to be more comfortable while you're sleeping. So, that's my hammock set up, and after a little bit the lines will the tree huggers there will actually settle and loosen up a little bit, and you'll have to tighten everything up with the whoopee slings, which is why I like the whoopee slings so much, because it makes it easier to tighten everything up if things start to loosen up a little bit or sag a little bit more than you want to. But yeah, this the tarp so far, I really like it. It's really lightweight. It's very well made. I haven't gotten to test the waterproofness of it. It's supposed to rain here on Tuesday, I think. It's supposed to be thunderstorms, so if it does and I can do it, I'm going to try to get this out there in the rain, set it up real quick somewhere over by my apartment where I know it's going to be a lot of rain. Right here it's got a lot of cover in that, so it probably won't get as much hard rain as it would over by my apartment. But I'll set it up and see if I can't get some video of it, show you guys what it looks like when it's getting wet. But it seems like it's going to be pretty good as far as keeping the water off me. I mean, it's polyurethane coated, like I said, and it's ripstop, so it's pretty stout stuff, and it's got the 70D rather than 30D. I know a lot of guys are going for the least amount of weight, but to me, a few ounces isn't going to matter. I mean, I lugged around 70-pound rucksacks when I was in the Army. And I've carried a lot more when I was in the Navy with all the gear that I had to wear for my job. So a few extra ounces isn't much to me anyway. But the 70 is pretty good. I mean, it packs up really small. And if you guys stick around for a moment, I'm going to actually put the snakeskins that I bought on here and show you how to roll this thing up with the snakeskins in it. Forgot to actually put them on when I set up the tarp originally, so it's going to be a little bit hard for me to do it the way I want to do it. And get these snakeskins on. So you stick around for a minute, I'm going to put those on and then I'll be right back. I figured I'd do this real quick just in case anybody doesn't know what snakeskins are. All it is a tube, kind of like a banner you would see on a flagpole or something like that, a celebration. But it's a tube. It's got a wide end and it's got a small end. And what it will do is it hooks at the ends of the hammock setup, or the tarp setup, and it allows you to slide this over the tarp. And I'll show you how that looks in a few minutes when I get these on. But I figured I'd let you guys see what they look like. They're just it's the same cloth the tarp is actually made out of. I don't think it has it doesn't have the polyurethane coating on it, so it's not waterproof, but the tarp is waterproof. All right, fellas, I'm hand holding this, so it's going to be a little shaky for a moment, but I wanted to show you guys this stuff, so here we go. All right, so this is the snakeskins when they're on. All it is it's wrapped around the ridge line, the tarp's ridge line, and it's running right through. It's holding on. So there's the prusik knot, as you can see. We'll do a close-up of that real quick. See if we can't get it in there. Okay, see if we can get it focus here. There we go. You guys can see I got it wrapped 3 times in there, and that actually helped out with using the whoopee sling, or the am steel with the okay, focus, with the parachute cord. And then it runs into the S-clip and then runs through, and get you a close-up of these corners here. There we go. So the ridge line portion actually has webbing right here that's holding the tie out on, and it's also got cord in here underneath that's packed into this pocket. And you can see from underneath, I'll show you. You can see the ripstop on there, how that's got the crisscross pattern. That's ripstop and polyurethane coating. And then here's my tensioning system here, the self-tensioning system, and I'll show you that from a little close-up. So if it starts to loosen, you see how it sags, the line sags there? That's what I'm talking about by its self-tensions. And then you got the pockets underneath here. And you can see where the pocket opens up. It's not very big. It's probably about 1.5 inch to 2 inch opening there where you stuff in the cords. I'm going to walk around here, show you what the rest of this looks like. And we got the snake skins over here on this one. Just wrapped around. And then show you the knot bone here on how it's hooked up here on this thing. See if we can get to this side here. Get it to focus on this knot bone. So yeah, when I took it apart to put the snake skins on, I didn't get to wrap it as many times as I wanted to, but you can see how much it's wrapped there. It's only one time and it's still holding pretty tight. And then this is my setup, and you can use a carabiner here, you can use a ring, you can take this thing off actually and just use the knot or the loop here at the end. I just chose to keep it in case I want to hang something off of here, like my boots or water containers or something like that. It gives me a place to hook something in there. So come down to this. Here's my line here. This thing would actually focus a little better. It'd be nice. Let's try and see if I can lock the focus on here. Alright, so you can see it's got the knot there, and the whoopee sling is attached to the knot. And it's got the loop. So it's actually pulled short. This is a 6-foot whoopee sling, and it's plenty enough to do what I need it to do. And then the end of my hammock here, like I said, it's just bunched up, and then I put the toggle in there, wrap the cloth around, and then put the whoopee sling on it, and then the ridge line here, the taut line. I forget the actual name of it, and I'll try to see if I can find it and put it in there. But here's my hammock. You can see it's digital camo on one side and woodland camo on the other, and then on the ends down here you can see it actually opens up on the center here. So there's the outside seam there on one portion. I sewed up the ends here so they wouldn't fray as much, and then it opens up on each end and allows me to stuff stuff in the inside of it. I mean, you can see how large this tarp is. It's only, I want to say it's $69.95 online where I got it from. And I'll try to put a link to it because they actually have really good customer service. They got this thing out to me within a week. But that's my whole system. I'm going to put you back on the tripod over here, and I'm going to show you taking this thing down and putting it in the snakeskins. And like I said before, this is the first time I've actually done this, so it'll be a little rough seeing it. All right, fellas, we're going to start taking this thing apart. I'm going to pull these stakes out. The stakes I have are just some little aluminum hook stakes that I bought from Walmart. Not very expensive at all, and lightweight enough that they don't bother me when they're sitting in there. That's one area where I try to save as much weight as I can is in the metal stuff that I buy, because steel is pretty heavy. If you have a whole bunch of little steel pieces, it adds up pretty quick. So all I'm going to do is start tucking all these cords into this pocket. And I'm not sure, but some of the other videos that I've seen on this tarp, it seems like the holes, the pockets that those guys have are a lot bigger. I'm guessing they either, Hennessy Hammock either changed the way they sew this portion on, or the guys that bought these just cut the seams on the pocket on the top portion where the opening is, to make it a little bit easier to tuck these in and pull them out. I guess it's kind of personal preference on that. It doesn't really bother me at the moment because I'm not really in any rush whenever I put this stuff away, just so I make sure that I don't screw up. I may cut some of this out of me taking the tarp itself down, but I'll show you when the tie down's taken off here. And all I'm going to do for the tarp, or the snakeskins here, is I'm going to start to roll these up. Make sure I pull this on the same side here, so it's not wrapped up in my hammock. Normally you'd have your hammock down before you actually take this out or roll this portion up, but like I said, I'm not in any hurry to do anything at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure I get this set up. So all I did is roll it up and just slide the snakeskins on just like that. And go to the other side. What I'm doing here, make sure you're in the video, in the screen, or I'm in the screen here. Put you right there. Got a little dark on me there, didn't it? Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you guys got to see that at least. But what I'm doing on the ends here is I'm kind of staggering the pockets so that way it's not so bunchy right there. And just roll up this end here. Pull this snakeskin over. Trying to get it to roll up on itself here. Alright, we got a thick spot here where the tarp actually bunched up on the inside. Pull it over that. And as you can see, the snakeskin covers up everything that's in here. All the stuff that's on the inside here. That's my prusik knot in that for the tarp. Kind of twisting everything up here, but all I gotta do here is I'd squeeze a little bit on the ends or just roll it up a little bit and then roll one side over the other so that way it kind of overlaps and keep everything from going up. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I think I spent, I want to say it was $80 to $100 somewhere in there for the whole setup, for the night eyes, the knot bones, the figure 9 on the end, the snakeskins, the tarp, everything was all about anywhere between $80 and $90. So let's take this whole thing down and show you what it looks like when it's completely off. So I don't think most of the guys actually leave their ridge line on like that when they do their tarp. I did. It doesn't bother me. It actually will make it a little easier when I go to hang it back up. And it's got some air still in it, but you can squeeze that out. And I'm gonna make a stuff sack for all this stuff for the hammock and the tarp and all my tie downs and everything like that. I'm gonna make an actual sack out of the same material that I used to make my hammock. I've got a good sized piece of both of those materials still, and it'll be a half and half bag, I guess. I'm hoping I can get a piece of leather for the bottom of it, just to do it, but for now I probably won't. I'll just set it up and sew it all together as the sack, and I might do a video on it. I haven't decided yet on that, as it's usually quite loud at my apartment, and my sewing skills are not the greatest in the world, and I have how do I say this, an aversion to the sewing machine. It and I do not get along very well usually, so it's a rather humorous story actually. But I'm going to finish taking this stuff down, pack it all up, and head to the house to start editing this video and put it up on YouTube tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Real quick before I do go, I wanted to remind everybody that the gathering is on April 14th and 15th. That's not this coming weekend, but the weekend following that, I believe. It's 2 weekends from now, so not the weekend coming up, but the weekend after. And if you can, guys, if you have any extra gear, tents or anything like that, just in case somebody else has a malfunction with their tent or whatever, we have extras there just in case. Make sure you guys bring food with you, plenty of water if you don't want to drink the river water there by boiling and stuff like that. Metal canteens or canteen cups, metal canisters like the guy at Designs, or Dave's new water bottle that he's got out. Any cooking material you want, cast iron pots and pans would be appreciated if you bring those so we can use them. Hopefully there's not a burn ban at the time. We got quite a bit of rain over the last couple of months, so hopefully there's no burn bans at the time. But yeah, any gear that you guys want to do trades for or sell or anything like that, go ahead and bring with you. And if anybody's interested when you get there, then we'll have we'll try to set up like a blanket top, like bazaar or something at some point in time, either at the very beginning of the event, or we'll have it set up throughout the event. You can have your stuff set out in front of your tent or your hammock set up or whatever. Other than that, I just wanted to say a quick thanks to Jesse for a lot of the work that he's put into this. Thanks to AMS for the help that he's given us, and thanks to all the guys in the forum and the Facebook page that have subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for all your help and your subscriptions and your time that you spend posting on the forum and watching these videos. I also wanted to say thank you to my wife for putting up with me buying all this stuff recently. It's not a whole lot, but it's a lot for my wife and I for her to sacrifice getting stuff that she wants and needs so I can get stuff that I want for this gathering, so I can be there with you guys, and I don't have to worry about certain things because I have the gear here and I don't have to worry about little bits and pieces. That's pretty much all I got, guys. Keep up coming to the views. Subscribe to the channel if you can. or if you haven't already. We're going to put out more videos. The gathering, I plan on doing several videos if I can, as much as I can with the amount of space I have on my camera here. I'll do as many videos as I can. I know Jesse's planning on doing videos. I think AMS is going to do some videos while we're at the gathering. And anybody else who wants to bring a camera, video camera, your family, friends, Jesse should be putting out or sending out an email to everybody that's coming to the gathering or had already RSVP'd. Either he's going to send it to the ones that have RSVP'd and are for sure coming, or he's going to send it to the people that have RSVP'd and the ones that are kind of tentative. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it or not. But it'll have all the information on where to meet, around what time to get there, where to park, stuff like that. I'm sure he'll put out as much information as he can. I'm going to try to get him to do a video to show you where the parking is. Maybe a video where he's pulling into the site so you can see where everything's at and where it's going to be at. And then I know he did a video already where he showed the actual camping areas and the river and the field we're going to be at doing stuff. So yep. And if you guys think of anything else or have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments down at the bottom here, or write them on the forum in the admin announcements section. There's a specific post specifically for the gathering. It's got all the information to date, and that any questions you have and stuff like that, go there and see if the questions are on there, or just ask here and we'll get the answer to you as best we can. I'll link that website, or link it to the form or the video here so you can see it. But yeah, thanks for all the time, guys. I'll see you in the next video.